Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. What's going on with Bitcoin's price dropping from above $30,000 to under $46? I dunno, it seems like a life where crypto goes up and down. When we take a step back, we see how ridiculous this is. The vast majority of XRP holders do not consider XRP to be a security, are opposed to having it classified as such, and wish to be excluded from the class action case. This whole system is so stupid, the judge's decision will go on regardless of the wishes of the people the lawsuit claims to defend. Almost none of any settlement money will make its way to the individuals who need protection here, I guarantee you that. Now, John Deaton has stated that the class action lawsuit is little more than a zit in comparison to the SEC case. I can see where you're coming from an XRP investor's point of view, but if you look at what happened with Block 1, they had to fork over cash for the EO sales, the SEC fined them $24 million, and there was a class action lawsuit. $22 million in total. Therefore, significantly greater magnitudes apply here. When considering ripples, this may be a major issue. However, I believe that, as XRP holders, other than being annoying, this is not actually particularly relevant. Please don't leave if you're attempting to speak for us. Don't bother us. Everything about our judicial system is insane. Is it really the case that on-demand liquidity sales are exempt, as this Mark Fecal Mr. Doom and Gloom, Mr. Darth Vader JV, the Great, asked? You know, like, safety rules and stuff? Is there any way this could be considered a securities offering? I suggested the SEC approached the matter from a different angle, suggesting that perhaps this is a conduit situation and the ultimate buyer is someone other than the conduit. I've seen enough to believe that ODL is going to be Ripple's hidden weapon if the judge rules that XRP sales must be registered if things go south in this lawsuit. We're not interested in that security. If, however, it does occur, then what? They continue to function normally. However, they will not be offering XRP to investors. Moreover, they use ODL to make the most of their XRP holding and increase the company's value. And it provides them with a reason to keep doing it. Furthermore, as compared to projects that do have on-demand liquidity, those that do not may not be able to sell tokens, raise capital, and carry on with development if they do not have this mechanism. And so Mark Bagel comes up here and says, I think LDL is a challenge for the SEC. Yes, they might say that because I implied that it was merely a formality, similar to a statutory underwriter, I am at fault. The SEC, surprisingly, seems to agree that DL is a product. As for losing, it's not ideal, but it's not too far from where we are now, right? That's something I think you should keep in mind, thanks to what Brad Garlandhouse said. Now that we're here, we might as well use this XRP. We think they should be able to sell it if they want because it's a commodity, but they can't. That's why they're just relying on instantaneous funds to expand their business and increase their XRP value. Even if things go south, they'll still be able to carry on as usual. This isn't a huge deal when weighed against the potential fallout for the rest of the cryptocurrency industry from a negative ruling. For example, they may be forced to halt sales of their token in the United States if they want to continue doing business here until we get those requirements for registering and reporting in place. And we know that don't happen overnight. You could have a low of 6 months to a year where it would be very, very dangerous in crypto for a project and issuer to, sell their tokens, and it can really dry up a lot of funding. This is a very, very dangerous situation for all cryptocurrencies right now. Mark Vagel acknowledges that it will be more difficult for the SEC to prove that such tokens affect securities legislation in the secondary market. Thus, we may reach a point where Ripple, in what I consider to be the worst-case scenario, is forced to pay some really hefty fines and penalties. Investors won't be able to buy their token until they get it registered. However, if you want to use XRP again in the US market, all you have to do is maintain using ODL. It's not a security. The Securities and Exchange Commission could not step in to regulate this product. Simply put, it's a means to transfer funds. And that's a huge deal. this is the backup plan. Sure, if people don't get this, the XRP price could drop. In contrast, XRP and Ripple may quickly surpass the competition because they can thrive in a dangerous setting where most businesses would fold. How can we structure our business inside our framework so that we may thrive in any setting? This is the way forward, and it is what we have observed. This is indeed quite intriguing information. Mark's Bagel, 2. It's very neat that Darth Vader, who is normally Mr. Good Guy, agrees with us that on-demand liquidity is not something the SEC can regulate. Now, we can see that the news that the SEC would approve a Bitcoin ETF will have a major impact on the cryptocurrency market. I don't think they're trying to help us out, though. A grayscale litigation and the courts have them trapped, in my opinion. And this is why they're just being nasty. If they get Fidelity or BlackRock and ETF approval first, well, that's horrible, because first to market usually takes most of the ETF, market there, and then later they might go okay, Grayscale. Now you have it. When Grayscale sued them, I think it was the end of the road for them in this country. Even if Grayscale is the runner-up in the market, it won't get the same amount of press as the winner. Whoever gets here first, that's just the way things have always been done. Whoever achieves that status first will control a sizable portion of the market. And I believe that they will take a look at this and think, we're running out of room here, we're running out of road, let's give it to someone, rather than giving it to the people that suit us Grayscale, even if they should have it. Let's just hand it over to our traditional finance friends at BlackRock. Here's a neat little chart summing up the state of development and the trends we're seeing in the midst of the weak market. Polkadot and their canary network Cassava come in at number 1 and number 2, respectively. I won't go into detail, but I made a video the other day about some of the developments and Polkadot, really exciting building going on there as they really transform this network. Amazingly thrilling. Cardano is at number 3, and Hedera is at number 5. So, 7 Cosmos, keep an eye on who's truly building in the midst of these extremely challenging circumstances, and who's putting in the effort. Now, last but not least, this idiotic Revolut exchange is delisting Solana, Polygon, and Cardano, so we can expect this ambiguity to persist, much like they did when they chose to name Cardano. Who cares, right? Like they named so many coins. But some people like Revolut are going to follow with the list just because the SEC names them, but I think most of your major players are not on the list, and your Coinbase is your Binance S is your Krakens, so they are not going to follow suit. That's all that matters anyhow, right? We can still trade for Cardano, we can still trade for Atom, Polygon, and the other strong hitters on the list don't appear to be on the chopping block. Moreover, that's crucial. Let's hope we can sustain that market's activity. It's possible that these markets will make deals and reduce their workload. But in the long run, I believe Cardano will be just fine. Once more, this is a highly decentralized system. I'm not too worried about this, because XRP is receiving a lot of money and is one of the top networks in terms of development, but it does annoy me to see exchanges do this. It bothers me that other coins are going to the same destiny. At least, it appears to be happening on a much more localized scale, rather than a global one. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. Please subscribe if you enjoy this, and hit that like button. See you later, bye.